Hey everyone, welcome back. Now the global version get the most full banner for S-Rank Hera, who is a top tier buffer that can save any dealer on your choice. Even up to the current date on the China server, she remains at the top of the tier list and she can be very helpful, especially if you lack fully built dealers. So everybody don't miss out to pull Hera and let's start the guide. Hera is energy type unit, so like other energy unit, it's good to save up some energy before start to use the skills. Extremity Dodge will deal some damage and charge the ultimate skill gauge together with Zero Time. Pylon is a dealing skill and you can skip the animation once Hera raises the hand and the first ray is landing. Also the range is a bit short, so you have to use it not too far from the enemy. Skill 2 is an important damage buff skill. It will buff the unit with highest attack in the team. Skill animation can be cancelled same as skill 1. Also can change the targeted unit for the buff with code and chips. So let's check how the buff choose the target. First of all, if you control Hera, the chip is not working and the buff will target the unit with highest attack in the team. So let's say if you want to control Hera as a main dealer and you want to give buff to Hera, she must have the highest attack in the team. However, if you choose the blue code, the buff will not target Hera anymore and will buff other teammates who has higher attack instead and give Hera smaller buff together. For AI control, you can choose the target for the buff with chips. This chip will target the leader unit for the buff regardless of attack. This chip will target Hera for buff. However, if you choose blue code, Hera cannot target herself for a buff, so this chip will be invalid with blue code. Practically speaking, Hera will be used mainly as buffer with blue code, so this chip will not really be used. The last chip will target other AI teammate for the buff, but this chip will not really be used either. You will mainly use this as normally you will control the main dealer in the team. Skill 3 is a AoE damage skill and you can skip the animation right after you launch the skill. Ultimate skill is another damage buff skill and once it is used, the first skill used within 10 seconds after ultimate will not consume the combat resources. Also skill 2 and ultimate buff can be applied together. Let's see the example of this buff. You can see the damage of skill almost doubled with two buffs together from Hera. Let's check the signature functor first. The big change from signature functor is normal dodge now trigger the zero time. If the zero time is ready, the normal dodge will always trigger it. Also by using 30 energy, Hera can trigger additional zero time. So in combat, Hera can trigger zero time twice in a row. Also give additional damage buff in zero time for unit under the skill 2 buff. So the signature functor is really good to have, but most likely the next banner will be Hades. So I recommend you guys to save the enough resources for Hades first and put signature functor later. Hera is still good without signature functor and I also used Genjon 5-star functor for a long time. If you want to use Hera as a dealer, you can choose either yellow or red code. If you don't have a signature functor, yellow code will be a better choice as red code is more focused on zero time bonus, which is suitable with signature functor. In yellow code, you can charge the skill 1 twice and get critical rate and damage bonus. Also, start combo with skill 1 followed by skill 2 and 3 in order will help smooth dealing cycle. If you have a signature functor, just remember to use dodge right after skill 3 to get the additional buff for skill 3 from signature functor. As mentioned earlier, red code is more useful with signature functor. The zero time will be extended by 2 seconds, so with signature functor, you can have 8 seconds of zero time. Also, red code give damage buff in zero time, so with signature functor, you will have 2 additional buff in zero time. So this code is good for the buff and survivability with signature functor. Blue code is good for supporting. The important buff skill 2 cooldown is shortened by 5 seconds. And the help of second code, Hera will get small buff if skill 2 is applied on other character. And with last code, the buff amount of skill 2 is greater than other code, so the blue code is for supporting obviously. So if you are controlling main dealer as a leader and put Hera as supporter, you can simply choose blue code with chip to set a leader for skill 2 buff. If you want to use Hera for dealer, you can choose Energy Sigil together with Light Damage Sigil or this Critical Sigil, as trigger 0 time is easy for Hera. For supporting, use this Sigil for skill cooldown with Energy Sigil. You may wonder about this Sigil. This can be used too, but this will not strengthen the buff on ultimate. This will give small bonus on ultimate charge speed only, so other Sigils will be a better choice. You can put Hera on any team of your choice. There is saying the only disadvantage of Hera is every team need Hera, but she can be in only one team. So try and match on any team you want. As you can see, Hera is a top buffer and she can fix any damage lacking team. So I really recommend you guys to get Hera. There will be a lot of other dealers in future, but not much buffer like Hera, so don't miss out her. She will make your ether gauge life easier. In addition, there will be banner rerun in version 1.5 for Hera, if global follow China banner schedule. So those who missed Hera this time, don't forget to get her in future banner rerun. So that was my Hera guide, and hope this guide has been helpful. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye guys.